to safeguard the future of your children, the future of your generation unborn. And you owe them that duty of care. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. We will not and we will never allow the DSS to dictate how the freedom of 70 million people will be fought. It is not possible. If you fall for that scam, believe me, you will never be free from Nigeria. And I know that over 99% of Biafrans understand that it is time we'll tell the DSS and the Nigeria Islamic State that no, you can't dictate how we liberate ourselves from you. Anything coming from the DSS, anything coming claiming that it comes from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no, it is coming from the Nigeria State. And it can never favor the struggle for Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. And if they don't release him, after these 2 weeks at home, we are coming with more stringent measures how to deal with the Nigeria State. And this time around, we will make sure that we target the Nigeria State. The government, the revenue, everything is what we're targeting this time around. I want you to understand that there is no going back in this movement. We will continue to crash the economy of the Nigeria terrorist state. We will make sure that before oil exploited from Biafra land, they are going to suffer. I want you to understand there is a wave of change in the entire Africa. Military coup happening here and there, and a lot of things are happening. Believe me, it is not a coincidence. Something is happening, and something is going to happen to Nigeria very soon. And Nigeria will never survive the wave that is coming from this week, starting from this week. So, Biafra people, no matter the propaganda that the enemy brought to you, or the enemy are going to bring forward from tomorrow, remember, you can never take order from anybody coming from the Nigeria state. Most of the lawyers have sold out. Most of the lawyers are there for business. Most of the lawyers are just there for their profession. And some of them, you know, Nigeria is a very corrupt country. Some of them being threatened. Some of them doing it for business. But one thing is very, very certain. We are fighting for Biafra freedom. We are fighting to save the people of Biafra. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the only person in DSS dungeon. There are many, many people in DSS dungeon, Biafra people. So as we are demanding for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are also demanding for the release of all the Biafra agitators and fighters that are this evening. I want to tell you not fall into and say that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never said anything. What they are trying to do is to create enemy and to create confusion and disagreement and misunderstanding between us and the Kanu. Never see who we don't know with him. And trying to do where there is no, he actually said it. They will tell you Samanekpa said it, and then you think he actually said it. They will tell you Samanekpa is this person and Bakuro. That never said Samanekpa is being Nigeria. Can actually and then we allow the DSS dungeon. That is what I'm looking for. Because Mazi Nnamdi is those who were responsible So when you see them doing all these things, they are for to provoke Samoneta, and we have refused to be provoked. I will not listen to anything until Martin Abicano say it. Then I will know he said it. So I want to encourage not understand all these people only distracting us. Let us know what is going to be happening from going forward. The liberation has entered a new, and we are going to benefit from all these chaotic situations that they are from the rape and all that. It is preparing ground for the right breakup, and it is preparing ground for Biafra to emerge as a nation. I want you to understand that in the coming days, a lot of things will happen. When they are happening, stay safe. You see terrorists coming to kill. Be pretty cautious. If you are not engaging them, do not engage them. To pass the information to the media, how to get and take care of them. It is now eye for an eye. I want to also inform you that those who parade themselves of Ohaneze we don't want to see them holding meeting of an represent does not represent anybody. So as this particular liberation of Biafra is really bad, and I challenge them to hold meeting in Biafra land. They can never ever be allowed to hold meeting in Biafra land. Okay. So there are some planning to gather somewhere. France will engage them. You will see a change. What is also against the criminals, against the corrupt to make sure that we disseminate information of Biafra and create this awareness to the highest maximum. The Biafra Liberation Army and the Eastern Security Network has done wonderfully well. I am very proud of all of you. I'm very, very proud of you. I'm proud of how you are defending the land. I'm proud of how you people are making sacrifice. I'm proud of how you have shown that yes, this is not 1967, that you have what it takes to engage the $20 billion government. With all their military tank, we are neutralizing them. With all their aircraft, we are dealing with them. And we'll continue to deal with them until they will come home. I say that anybody that enters Biafra land to fight you will die, and they will all go in body bags. May God bless Biafra, Republic Government in Exile. And every Biafra must get ready for the convention that is happening in Finland this October. It's very important. It's going to be very historic, and do not miss it. We want to see some of you that are genuinely supporting this Biafra liberation to be part of this convention. You are going to learn a lot. You are going to know how the Biafra will conduct their referendum, their self-referendum. You are going to know how the exit of Biafra will take shape and will take place. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Mazin Ambikano. May God bless the Eastern Security Network. May God bless Biafra Liberation Army. And may God bless the Biafra government and the de facto government. May God bless you from here, from me. It's good evening.
Imo State, alleged as retribution for the loss of their personnel at the hand of the Biafra Liberation Forces under leadership of Simon Ekpa. These reprehensible and craven displays of brute force against unarmed citizens of the state demand strong condemnation from conscientious Nigerians. It is crucial for the Nigerian military to acknowledge that the shops, drinking establishments, markets, and beer stocks being destroyed are not responsible for the demise of their personnel. The individuals responsible for the military casualties are openly displaying the firearms they recovered from the deceased security personnel and have even disclosed their whereabouts for a potential confrontation in light of these, while target civilians. The Nigerian military has a history of directing their frustration towards civilians in the southern regions. Throughout the year of Boko Haram's attack in the north, they refrained from attacking civilians and instead offered amnesty to Boko Haram members and facilitated safe passage for armed Fulani militias. To be clear, the killing of security personnel by any party is highly condemnable, and I implore the security forces to apprehend and bring the culprits to justice. However, attacking civilians is an act of cowardice. I think of a truth that is an act of cowardice. It is an act of cowardice for the military to vent their anger on the innocent civilians who reside within the area of that member. No, if you look at your screen, you will see a lot. Like I told you, I'll play that video for you so that you can actually see what happened in member. No. Because what the soldiers did is very wrong. I think it's high time the government start looking into some of these things and also know how they release these soldiers. I've been complaining about this thing. I've been making complaints and I've been saying this thing that it is not about the government bringing in soldiers into the city. It is about the after effect of bringing in soldiers into the city, because had it been that this thing happened to only police officials alone, I don't think that the reverse effect of these casualties is going to be as much as what these soldiers did to the innocent citizens who reside in a member. No, a lot of things were destroyed. Shops were destroyed. personal houses were destroyed and the rest of them, and which is not supposed to be so, because the people you are destroying their shops, the people you are destroying their building does not have any hand in what happened to your soldiers. So I think it's high time Nigerian military starts, applying diplomacy, because from what I saw in what happened in Ehimembano, that kind of act lacks diplomacy, because the people you are retaliating on, you are avenging your anger on, they are not the part of what happened to you. Okay, yes, let's agree that what happened to the soldiers, the police, and the Nigeria Civil Defense happened in Ehimembano. Yes, we agree to that. Have you tried to, make an investigation to investigate whether these people, whether they are Ehimembano citizens, whether they are Ehimembano indigenes? Where are these people from? Are they outsiders? What propelled their attack? What was the reason of the attack? And also I want to condemn the quick conclusion of Nigerian army and the Nigerian security forces, by calling the names of the indigenous people of Biafra whenever any attack is being done on them, especially when Southeast is concerned. So I think even some other groups, who want to bring about a confusion in the Southeast can even attack the soldiers, and the soldiers will put the blame of the IPOB members, or can even attack any security personnel, and the blames will be leveled on the IPOB members. So I think it's high time Nigeria, the government, the government and also the soldiers, their leadership start looking into this thing, and also let there be a proper training for these soldiers. Let there be application of diplomacy, because what the soldiers did in Ehimembano the other day lacks diplomacy. It lacks discipline. It showed that these soldiers were not disciplined enough to control their emotions and anger. Why venting your anger on innocent citizens of Ehimembano? These are just innocent citizens, poor people who are doing their businesses, and now you have destroyed the means of their livelihood. They are doing this thing because they did it along Olo and other places, Egbema and the rest of them, and they got out with it. The government never mentioned anything. The government never said anything. And should I conclude that the government of the day does not care about their citizens? Meanwhile, we are meant to understand that democracy is the government of the people by the people, and the people have voted you into power for you to be their mouthpiece. Yes, you are not just voted into there to be riding on Land Cruisers, Maybach, and the latest bulletproof vehicles. You are voted there to become the mouthpiece of the people. If you are actually representing the people in that office, I think it's high time the governors in the Southeast, the senators in the Southeast start condemning such a barbaric act, because that act was very barbaric in nature. People's means of livelihood were totally destroyed. Some people's buildings were totally destroyed, and the rest of them. So I think the government of the day should start, putting mouth into such a thing. They should start putting mouth in it, and so that in order not to give these military personnel the privilege of harming innocent citizens of Ndiobodo. Yes, it is very wrong. Meanwhile, I think also that before these people should be the NIG forces should be carried out let there be a proper investigation. Because had it been they have investigated into this matter, they will be able to know what actually happened and why what happened. I think, and that's the best way to sort some of these things, and not to venge your anger on innocent citizens. Meanwhile, I'll be winding down the curtain here, and if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you'll be the first to collect it. Thank you for listening. God bless you.